Hi friends, today I am giving a lecture on randomized algorithms in design and analysis of algorithms. A randomized algorithms is one of the important topic in design and analysis of algorithms. A randomized algorithm is one that makes use of a randomizer. A randomizer is nothing but a random number generator. Mainly, randomized algorithms depends on two factors. One is input applied to the algorithm. Second one is random choices as part of the logic. First one is input that is applied to the random algorithm. Second one is random choices as part of the logic. Consider this diagram. This is an algorithm. This algorithm can take input and random generator. Okay, by using this random generator, we have to generate some random bits. Okay, so by using this random bits, this algorithm produces some output. So because of the randomizer, that is nothing but random number generator, we have to generate the random bits. By using this random bits, okay, we have to produce the output for the given problem. So that a randomized algorithms uses randomness as one of the important computing tool in algorithm design. Okay. In other words, the program logic is also considered randomness as one of the important component. That component is used for solving the given problem by using randomness. Okay. So to produce the output of for the given algorithm, we have to use randomizer. Here randomizer is nothing but random number generator. By using this random number generator and input, we have to produce the output of the given algorithm. So that randomized algorithms depends on first one is input and second one is random choices as part of the logic. Okay, so because of this reason, so randomness is very important component in algorithm design in randomized algorithms. Randomized algorithms are also called as probabilistic algorithms. Some of the decisions made in the algorithm depends on the output of the randomizer. Okay, so suppose in some algorithms we have to take some decisions. That decisions depends on the output of the randomizer. Since the output of the randomizer may vary from each run to run in an unpredictable way. Every time we have to run the randomized algorithm, the output of the randomizer is also varying from run to run. Next one, the execution time of the randomized algorithms is also vary from run to run for the same input. That is, for the same input, we have to run again and again the randomized algorithm. So the output of the algorithm is also vary. Next one, the execution time of the randomized algorithm is also vary from run to run for the same input. Okay, so the output of the randomizer may vary in an unpredictable way from run to run for the same input. Okay, so by considering these all things, we have to conclude that a randomized algorithm uses randomizer as one of the important component in an algorithm design. Some of the decisions made in the algorithm depends on the output of the randomizer. Since the output of the randomizer may differ from run to run in an unpredictable way for the same input. The execution time of randomized algorithm is also vary from each run to run for the same input. Randomized algorithm mainly depends on two factors. One is input, second one is random choices as part of the logic. By using this logic, okay, we have to solve the given problem by using random number generator. That random number generator can also provided by the randomness. Next, characteristics of randomized algorithms. In randomized algorithms, the output of the randomized algorithm depends on random decisions taken by the randomizer. Whatever the decisions that are taken by the randomizer, then we have to produce the output of the randomized algorithms. So because of that reason, the output of the randomized algorithm depends on random decisions taken by the randomizer in randomized algorithms. And second one is output is based on probability. So for example, we have to toss a coin. What is the probability of getting head? What is the probability of getting tail? So now output is based on the probability. With how much probability we are getting the output head, with how much probability we are getting the output tail. So hence we can say that output is based on probability. The output of the randomized algorithm depends on probability. Third one is, in the long run, by using randomized algorithms, we have to negligible the errors that are occurred in the algorithms. Simply, we can ignore what are the errors that are occurred in randomized algorithms. So, these are the three characteristics of the randomized algorithms. Next one is generation of random numbers. A random number is generated by using random number generator. A randomizer produces a random number, so that can be generated by the random number generator or a randomizer. There are two types of random numbers. First one is true random number, second one is pseudo random number. A true random number is generated by using radioactive delay, flip of coins, radiation. So because of this one, a true random number is generated. Okay. Second one is, whatever the true random number generated, that should not be occurred again next. Okay, a random number is generated only once. The same random number is not generated in the future. So that is the description about the true random number. A true random number can be created only once. The same random number cannot be occurred again, because a true random number is generated by using radioactive delay, flip-flop coins, radiation, etc. Next, the second category of random number is pseudo-random number. A pseudo-random number is generated by using some software applications. Here, we have to generate the pseudo-random number by using some softwares. Okay, a pseudo-random number can be created again if the formula is known. Okay, if whatever the formula we have to use to generate the pseudo-random number, if the formula is known, then we have to recreate the pseudo-random number. But in the case of true random number, it is not possible to recreate the already generated random number. Okay, next one is, it is pseudo-random number is sufficient for most of the applications. Okay, so these are the description about two types of random number generators. Next one is, what are the properties of pseudo-random number? Okay, this pseudo-random number can be used in most of the applications because of its efficiency. Pseudo-random number is deterministic in all cases. It always produces the same, it always produces the output for the given input. Third one is uniformity, and fourth one is independent. Whatever the input that is generated by once by using pseudo-random number, the second time the same pseudo-random number cannot be generated. So that is independent. If the formula is already known, we have to recreate the same random number. Okay, if the formula is not known, so the random numbers are different that are generated by using pseudo-random number again and again. Okay, next, what are the design principles of randomized algorithms? So what the design principles is, one of the design principle is primality testing. Primality testing. In primality testing, to checking whether the given number is prime or not. Next one, second one is random trials. Okay. Third one is checking whether a given input X has the property Y. Okay. These are the three design principles of randomized algorithms. Next, randomized algorithms can be divided into two classes. First one is Las Vegas algorithms. Second one is Monte Carlo algorithms. In Las Vegas algorithms, the algorithms always produces the correct output for the same input. Las Vegas algorithms are probably fast algorithms. In the case of Monte Carlo algorithms, these algorithms produces mostly or probably the correct output. In Monte Carlo algorithms, the outputs differ from run to run for the same input. For the same input, the algorithm is run again and again. We have to get different outputs in the case of Monte Carlo algorithms. So these algorithms produces mostly or are probably the correct output. But in the case of Las Vegas algorithms, these algorithms produces the correct output for the same input. In the Las Vegas algorithms, the output of the randomized algorithms depends on the randomizer. So here we have to take a decision. That decision depends on the randomizer in Las Vegas algorithms. The example for Las Vegas algorithm is randomized quicksort. In the randomized quicksort, we have to select the pivot element randomly. The example for Monte Carlo algorithm is randomized primality testing. So here primality testing is nothing but we have to check whether the given random number is prime or not. Okay, so Monte Carlo algorithms are polynomial time algorithms because the algorithm's running time is completed within the polynomial time. So hence we can say that Monte Carlo algorithm's running time is completed within the polynomial time. So these are the differences between Las Vegas algorithms and Monte Carlo algorithms. The main difference between them is Las Vegas algorithms always produces the correct output for the given same input. Monte Carlo algorithms produces most probably the correct output. Mostly or probably the correct output. In the case of Las Vegas algorithms, probably these algorithms are fast algorithms. Monte Carlo algorithms are compared to Las Vegas algorithms, these are slower algorithms. Monte Carlo algorithms are polynomial time algorithms. The example for Las Vegas algorithm is randomized quicksort. The example for Monte Carlo algorithms is randomized primality testing. Okay. In the case of Las Vegas algorithms, the output is always depends on the randomizer. Okay, next one, advantages of randomized algorithms. First one is simplicity. So randomized algorithms are simple in nature. Randomized algorithms uses pseudo random number generator. And second one is very efficient. So randomized algorithms are efficient when compared to deterministic algorithms. In the deterministic algorithms, the input and output is always fixed, but in the case of randomized algorithm, so there is no fixed. Next one is deterministic algorithms can take long time to produce the output, but in the case of randomized algorithms, it can take less time. Next, third one is computational complexity is better than deterministic algorithm. In the case of deterministic algorithm, there is a fixed path from input to output. There is a largest path connecting input and output, so it can take a long time to produce the output in the case of deterministic algorithms. But in the case of randomized algorithm, so there is no fixed path. It can take very less time to produce the output by using randomizer and input of the randomized algorithms. Next one is disadvantages of randomized algorithms. the disadvantages of randomized algorithms are: first one is quality, second one is hardware fail, and third one is reliability. Okay, first one is quality. Here, the quality of the randomized algorithms depends on the randomizer, that is random number generator. So based on the randomizer or a random number generator, we have to generate the output of the randomized algorithm. So here the quality depends on the quality of the random number generator or a randomizer as part of the algorithm. Next, second one is reliability. So reliability is nothing but some algorithms may lack certain guaranteed solution. Okay, we may not guaranteely say that we may get the correct solution in the case of randomized algorithms. So that is, algorithms may lack certain guaranteed solution. We can say that we may not guarantee correct solution for a given algorithm, but by using deterministic algorithms, we can guarantee say that we may get the correct solution to the given problem. Here we are not guarantee 100% we may get the correct solution. Okay, but in the case of deterministic algorithms, we may guarantee say that we may get the correct solution. So here there are two types of algorithms. One is deterministic algorithms and second one is randomized algorithms. In the case of deterministic algorithm, there is a fixed path from input to output. There is a large path from input to output. There is a fixed path from input to output. We may get the guaranteed correct solution for the given algorithm, but it can take longest amount of time to get the desired output. But in the case of randomized algorithms, we may guarantee say that we may get the correct solution, but it can take smallest amount of time when compared to deterministic algorithm to get the output. Okay, third one is hardware fail. So here in the case of randomized algorithm, we have to use a random number generator, that is a hardware part. Sometimes the hardware may fail, then we are not getting the output of the randomized algorithms. So these are the three disadvantages of randomized algorithms. First one is reliability, second one is quality, third one is hardware fail. Next, there are two applications of the randomized algorithms. First one is primality testing. Second one is identify the repeated element. First one is primality testing. Okay, suppose we can take any integer. An integer is said to be prime if its only divisors are 1 and the integer itself. Okay, given an integer n, the problem of deciding whether the given integer n is prime or not is known as primality testing. In primality testing, we have to check whether the given integer n is prime or not. Next, second application is identifying the repeated element. Suppose we can take an array. That array consists of n number of elements. Among n number of elements, there are n by 2 distinct elements are there and n by 2 copies of another element. Okay, we can take an array. That array consists of n numbers. Okay, among the n numbers, n by 2 distinct elements are there and n by 2 copies of other elements are there. Okay, now we have to find out the repeated element in the given array within the range 1 to n. Okay, so this is the algorithm for finding the repeated element for an array. That array consists of n numbers. So repeated element a comma n. Okay, so here the input is an array A with n number of integers. Now we have to find the repeated element within the given range a of 1 to n. Okay, while true, do, press begin. So now we have to randomly pick two integers by using random number generator. So I is one random number, j is another random number. Okay, so the integer I is selected by using a randomizer. The randomizer function is random mod n plus 1. In the same way, j equal to random function mod n plus 1. Okay, by using this randomizer, we have to randomly pick two integers. So that first integer is assigned to variable I, the second integer is assigned to variable j. Okay, now we have to check whether I and j are come from the same index and I and j have the same value. Okay, now we have to check two conditions. First one is I and j have the same index. Second one, I and j has the same value. So by using if condition, if I not equal to j, in the first condition we have to compare the indexes of I and j, and the second condition we have to check the value of I and j whether they come from the same cell or index. Okay, if both are true, so then we have to identify the repeated element. One is false, then the repeated element is not found. So return I means whether the element is repeat. Return I is nothing but we can say that the integer is repeated. Now we have to identify the element that is repeated. If any one condition is false, again we have to identify the two random numbers and whether to check they come from the same index or they can contain the same value. So this procedure is repeated until we have to find the repeated element. Okay, so this is the logic behind the identifying the repeated element. This is one application. Second application is primality testing. Okay, so this is the description about the randomized algorithm. Up to now we have already discussing about what is randomized algorithm, what is randomizer, what are the characteristics of the randomized algorithms, what are the advantages of randomized algorithm, what are the disadvantages of randomized algorithm, what are the types of randomized algorithm, how to generate the random numbers, what are the types of random number generator, what are the design principles of randomized algorithms. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel Dibbela Srinivasarao. Dibbela Srinivasarao. Thank you.